It's as sure as sure thing can be.
Nice. And that fight has probably already happened by the time we release this.
Ooh, it might be on now, you know. It's
It might actually be on
definitely
now.
happened by the time we've released. Yeah, this is not Matt. I'm sorry, I don't know what the fuck. This fight's already fucking happened. We're
Dude,
just gonna like
do you know what
dickheads.
should have been our lock of the week? And we can still release this and talk about this because we didn't talk about this.
Go on.
Man versus Dave Chapelle. Please tell me that you saw this and heard about this.
No idea what this is now.
Dude, Netflix is a joke festival. LA. Bunch of comedians all standing up, doing these gigs, all the rest. Dave Chappelle's doing his set. Nearing the end of his set, some guy armed runs onto the stage to tackle and beat the absolute fuck out of Dave Chappelle. The thing is, Dave Chappelle perfectly takedown defense, does the little juke to the side, NFL style. Guy flings off the stage. Jamie Foxx, Buster Rhymes, and pretty much every other massive stacked celebrity friend of Dave Chappelle then goes to beat the absolute living fuck out of this guy. Before Chris Rock jumps on stage, grabs the mic and says, "Fuck, I think that was Will Smith."
Ha!
But dude, look
That
up
last
if
bit
you've got a
makes it.
chance. Look up right now. Man attacks Dave Chappelle, and just look at the state of this guy when they took him away. His arm isn't just broken, mate. It's like broken in like a spiral shape. It's like stuck like this, pointing at a downward angle. And the story is only better by the fact that the people that beat the fuck out of him are Jamie Foxx and Buster Rhymes. Makes the story like if it was just his bodyguards did it, it wouldn't be interesting. But it's like, Jesus fuck. Jamie Foxx went to town on this motherfucker.
So, yeah, I guess Jamie Foxx is in a world of shit right now, legally speaking.
No, zero felony charges.
Really?
Zero, even for him. I think even the bloke, like the situation is people have looked at it and just been like, yeah, dude, this did not go well for you, man.
Oh,
Like,
hang on. Yeah, so the guy had a replica gun and knife. Is that a replica knife or a replica gun and a real knife?
I don't know. But either way, I think it's enough valid situations for valid reasons for people to respond with very large amounts of force.
Well, yeah, I think once a guy's got a gun, you have a lot more wiggle room. It's going to be very, very
Yeah.
hard to prove. I don't know what the fuck they call it in America, but basically it's like GBH or ABH at that point, maybe. Um,
Yeah.
which, like, to be honest, if the guy doesn't have weapons on him, I'm thinking you're going to get sued to fuck. But yeah, if you run on stage with a fucking fake gun and a knife,
Well,
yeah, you can't really.
it seems to, it seems to be the case that the guy got beaten up so fucking badly that he's not going to have any charges pressed against him. And the part of the story that does make it a little sad is I think it's been confirmed that the guy does have like a history of mental illness.
Oh, I'm
Now, it
reading an
doesn't.
article from yesterday. Apparently, the guy has been charged.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Now listen,
23-year-old Isaiah Lee.
you shouldn't run on stage in that situation. That's a dumbass fucking thing to do. But it depends, like, how mentally ill is the guy? You know what I mean? If he's having like an episode or something like that, it's a pretty horrible way for it to be dealt with. But I also think that comedians are quite sensitive at the moment after the Will Smith situation. I think there's definitely a worry that it's going to lead to people like attacking comedians. And obviously, that happening to somebody as high profile as Dave Chappelle, it is a worry. Really, for me, I think the weird thing is that like you see no security guards in the footage. Like that seems to be the big fuck up is there's just no security between thousands of people, or not enough security between thousands of people, and literally like 30 of the most famous comedians in the world. That seems like a little bit of a logic gap there.
Yeah, and like, how did the guy get a replica gun into the event? That's it's lacking.
what's really fucked up is apparently Jon Stewart got involved in beating this guy up. Yeah, that Jon Stewart, Daily Show Jon Stewart. Like, I've got to see the footage of this backstage ass whooping going on because it feels like it's just something that you just couldn't believe is real.
Well,
Like,
this day and age, you crash a public event armed or seemingly armed, everyone thinks terrorist. So anyone that's like coming out and jumping on a guy with a gun, you know, I we said before, like, you can't. There's no real reason to put hands on people. You know, Jorge shouldn't hit Colby. Will shouldn't hit Chris. But if it's in public and someone's armed and dangerous, if you're fucking brave enough to jump on him, yeah, fair play.
I'll tell you what the real lock of the week should be this week is, have you watched any of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial?
I've seen little snippets, but yeah,
It's so funny. It's so funny. And her lawyer team are just so useless. They objected to their own question.
no, they objected to the answer to their own question, but yeah, it was. But the thing is, like, honestly, like, lawyers, judges make slip ups and faux pas all the time. It's just that these people aren't usually dealing with TV cameras and whatnot.
This is true. This is true. But you want a lock of the week, it's pretty much looking like Amber Heard is about as Foxx gets. I think a lot was riding on her believing she was a good enough actress to win some sympathy on the stand, and it doesn't seem to have been going down very well.
Oh yeah, like in terms of like public opinion, it feels like on Reddit people hate Amber Heard, always have, always been backing Johnny. I feel like everyone else is starting to talk the same way that fucking Reddit talk. But I don't know. Obviously, I don't think her counter suing lawsuit is going to work. But I think most of it's to stop her from being sued for 50 million, right? So I don't know. From what I understand, it's not necessarily. It just looks bad. But I don't think she's necessarily going to be on the hook for that 50 million.
Well, she won't pay it, dude. It will be fucking like, dude. OJ never had to pay never actually paid his civil fucking suit. It's all bullshit. Like, it's this money gets caught up in appeals and all the rest. I don't think Johnny Depp is actually expecting it. I think for him, it's just the fact that he basically had his career ruined by this accusation. And in reality, the only evidence there seems to be is that she is an abusive lady. Now, I think what's come out is like Johnny Depp is clearly a very troubled man. Like, he was clearly, when they were going out, in the midst of quite severe coke addiction and depression and alcoholism and all the rest. But let's be honest, do we really think that Amber Heard genuinely loved him and wanted to be there for him? Or do you think she took advantage of a man in his worsened state?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Amber Heard's a psycho.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think she'll even. I don't think Johnny will even get awarded the 50. I think it'll just be I don't know, thrown out, or just whatever they do when you don't win a defamation case.
It's not about winning. I think the point of it is for the world to see that he isn't what she said he is, and for that, I think he's won. He has won, as you say, the court of public opinion, and that's all he really needed. Because after this, the phone will ring again. He'll get those movie roles again. He'll get people wanting to work with him again.
Yeah, maybe you'll get the fourth Fantastic Beasts movie.
I think he was lucky to dodge that bullet, but that's just me.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for it to come out on HBO next month. But I really like the first one. The second one sucked. This one's probably going to suck. I thought most of the Harry Potter films sucked. But fuck it. I still watch them from time to time.
They get good from 3 onwards. 3's fucking solid as shit.
Nah, man, for me it's the last 3. I'd say 6 and the first and second half of the 7th one.
Never saw the final one.
Before that, tough.
Never saw the last one, part 2, but just had enough people talk about it that, like, I know what happens, you know. I've seen the movie via other people. Neville does it at the end. I'm like, thanks, guys. Thanks. Right,
Yeah,
well, it wasn't
fucking
quite a pick of the week,
satisfying
but
enough.
a little bit of conversation for you guys there. Anything
Yeah,
else you
I'm
want
going
to
to
add?
cut that in as soon as you start talking about Dave Chappelle. This is our
Yeah,
split of the week.
perfect. Guys, we do a podcast. We do it twice a week. We do a pick show. We do a breakdown. We talk about all kinds of stuff. It's about an hour long usually, but we try and make it entertaining. Please check it out and look out for more shorter content for the channel coming soon. Click that like and subscribe. Take it easy, guys.
Peace.